The old horseshoe on the banks of the Olin Canyon. It has seen many a high-stakes clash, and another one coming up from Columbus in this one. The Oregon Ducks come in to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes, and over the last several years, whenever these two teams have gotten together, high stakes, playoff game, conference championship implications, all on the line. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is one of the most exciting top 25 matchups of this season. Honestly, Oregon versus Ohio State might be two of the most talented rosters in all of college football. College football playoff implications on the line. This one should be massive. Oregon takes on Ohio State. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run it. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Here's more to throw. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This offense has it with really good field position. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Say it. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
He'll run it again. Plows through the defense. Just dismissing tackles. Touchdown, Ohio State. Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached pay dirt.
You become a really good football coach when you got guys like that you can hand it to. Look at him. Break tackles and shows you the speed to run away from the defense. Jesse, he is an absolute nightmare.
That's a great point, David. You don't have to scheme this guy up perfectly, which means you don't have to have everybody accounted for blocking, because he'll make them miss or he'll break tackles. And then you're right. Once you get into the open field, it's not just physical running, but how about the ability to hit the jets and take it the distance?
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside, it's Davison. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get it before he gets started.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running back drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because
might have a chance. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They're going to ride this running back. There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr., who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago. Like they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the catch. It's Hooks. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throw it, say it. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. In the red area, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, make it a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Here's Sayin to throw. Rushes on him. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. As we get a look at the stats, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Dante Moore makes the grab. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
In the gun on third down. Moore quickly to the tight end. Still running at the 40. Lots of running room. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And those body blows really, really matter. I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for space. It's Davison. Just ran over it. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Davison. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Davison. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Moore. Under fire. Complete to the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Finds his man. It's Davison. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Moore. He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Moore will throw. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Say it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners going to give them some space. Here's Moore to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with UTSA taking on the number 12 team, the Memphis Tigers.
On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Say it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for space, it's Davison. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Finding some room. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. using his legs. It's Jackson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Saying. He's got it down the field. Touchdown, Ohio State. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dante Moore. Pressure coming. He lets it fly. Pulls it in on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The penalty pushes the offense back for this second down. Moore to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle. The Ducks want to move quickly. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Makes the catch. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Moore. It's complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, and that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore using the quick game. This defense getting the job done, forcing a 4th down decision. A field goal would tie it. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green line. Go for it.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. A A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead here in the fourth. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the ballot, makes the grab in their space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line and a big pickup on that one. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throwing, say it. Working the middle, it's complete. Touchdown, Buckeye! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Buckeyes with an answer. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing. Fire. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Hit as he throws. Working that left side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Looking for room, it's Hill. Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Open space at the 25. He almost almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Right back to the well, and it didn't work again. It's 3rd and goal. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. And he got it! Just over a minute to play. Will we get a finish, or are we headed to overtime?
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the 4th quarter.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, get the tackle for loss.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Now on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 of their own 34. Throwing more. Pucks it out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating two-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Here's Sayin to throw. The screen. He's got wheels. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the tight end. If he runs this back, this game's over. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. Here's Moore to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here on the red side.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
And they swarm him under.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Dante Moore. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this is why you pick defense first when you go into overtime, because I want to know exactly what I need. Nice job on 3rd down, stopping the quarterback, getting the sack, forcing the 4th down, and probably the field goal. Offense, get ready. You know exactly what you need to do.
And they'll try to win it with a long field goal right here. Absolute shank. Missed it. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Moore. Good timing on the quick out. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Moore will throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. Running inside, it's Jackson. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll go right back to him. And he's knocked down.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Now 3rd down, and they just don't want to move backwards to give their kicker a chance to win it in OT. Looking for the score! And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. And you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Needed to stay alive, and it's good. And they've regained the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off.